Yeah, it's my favourite episode, my favourite bit of any of the podcast episodes so far.
All right.
Because so right at the end we're just chatting, and I can't remember what I say. I say something, and then the camera just falls. And it's because, as you can see, like I've taped the whole leg up of the tripod.
Just broken, or?
Yeah, it's just completely broken. I don't even know how it broke in the middle of Laura's podcast. We fixed it.
That's it.
And then we carried on filming.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it just completely went. It was such good timing. It was really good. But yeah, we're rolling. So
all right, that's cool.
hello, how are you doing, Frankie? Nice to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you.
Hello,
as well.
everybody. Welcome to Luton's Deadpool podcast with me, Luton's Deadpool, and my man today, Mr. Frankie Prazer. Thank you very much for joining me today, Frankie.
It's really good because you've actually said my surname properly.
Yeah?
Not a lot of people actually know.
What do they say?
They actually say Prazer or Frankie Prazer.
Fraser?
Yeah, Frankie Prazer. Do you know who Frankie Prazer is?
Go on, tell me.
He was the cousin of the Craze.
Oh, right.
Mad Frankie Prazer used to call him.
Okay. And you get mixed up with him.
I always get, even when I was at school or any of my
Frankie
friends,
Prazer.
there he is, Frankie Prazer. I said, I'm wishing that because you'll be in trouble.
You'll be leaving me alone.
You know what I mean? So, that's it. The Prazer name. Yeah, I'm glad you actually said it.
Yeah, well, I do try. I do try to learn these things properly. And I've met you plenty of times now. I think if I pronounce your name wrong, it'd be quite rude of me, if anything. Do you know what I mean?
I would have to correct you.
You would have to, yeah. Because do you know what? There's nothing worse than people not correcting people on names, right?
Yeah.
Like, because when you let them get away with it, it's like there's this person that I know who I will just say their first name, but it won't be a giveaway to who they are or anything. It'd be fine. So there's a person I know, and they're called Maya, right?
Yeah.
And everybody calls them Maya, because of how it's spelled.
All right.
Yeah, and she never says anything about it.
Right,
she lets people get her name wrong.
Yeah.
And then it's only when someone that actually knows her name will then correct the person.
Yeah.
But then the person then just is like, why didn't she correct me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a bit of a weird thing that why people do.
Yeah.
You've got to be like, tell people, when they make that mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is when, like, first time you know somebody, you come in, or we have a job interview. Is it Prazer?
Yeah.
Prazer, or Fraser?
Yeah.
Well, if you see, it's got a P on the end at the beginning, so it's Prazer, Prazer. So it does get, even at school, I was bullied for my surname.
Just for the surname?
For the surname, because Prazer, praise to God.
Is that what people used to do?
Yeah, go praise to God and all that. I was like, really?
It's funny, like, how kids' brains work when they try and pick something out about someone to take the mick, and like they can do it about almost anything.
And the same thing with the song Frankie.
Oh yeah,
from Sister Sledge.
Oh yeah,
Frankie. It's like, if I had a penny, I'll be a millionaire. I'd be a millionaire.
Oh, that's jokes, man. That's jokes. Well, anyways, let me ask you. Obviously, I've got you on the podcast today. You've watched a couple of my podcasts. You kind of know how it works and stuff. What I found, by the way, let's just talk about this, just for anybody watching, if anybody is watching.
I'm sure there will be.
I'm sure there's going to be loads of people watching. So I have been going a bit off the boil with my format for the podcast, right?
Okay.
We should have probably talked about this before, but we're doing it now because the camera's on. It doesn't matter. I'm a one-take guy, as you know. So, I've decided to really stick to the 45 to an hour long format, right? I don't know how we're going to find it out. I'm probably just going to have to keep getting up and checking. Because I've realised that after an hour, I just go completely off track. And I just start talking complete nonsense. And it's like, take me seriously for the first part, but then I start needing sugar and stuff, because I'm pretty simple as a guy. I need a little bit of juice to get me going. And after an hour, if I've had no snacks, I become very boring. So that's the reason why. I just wanted to put that out there. Cool. But let's talk about you, not me. This is why you're on here, because I want people to know who you are.
Of course.
I'll just say firstly, like, how I sort of got to know you. I was just going to and from various events in Luton, and you just seemed to be at almost every single one of them. I think the first time I met you was at the Ukraine event.
Yes.
Wasn't it? Yeah. And you was very, very confused as to what I was doing there.
I was thinking, who's inviting this guy?
Yeah, I remember hearing you say that out loud. I was like, oh no, he thinks I'm just a random weirdo. And
but then I knew that obviously you were part of the Luton Town thing as well.
Yeah.
Because I think I saw you the day before coming out of the Luton Town match.
Oh,
in your costume.
yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay. I saw him yesterday. And then when you came to the event, it's like,
what's going on?
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Is this guy following me? So what have I done to piss Deadpool off?
Exactly. So, but no, it was, of course, then I looked into yourself and that.
Yeah.
And thought, wow, okay, so this guy does a lot of stuff for the community, which is cool. But yeah, as we met at the Ukrainian event, which was...
It's a great event.
Yeah.
Really good. I can't understate... Overstate, understate. I don't know which one it is. See, this is how stupid I am. I can't, whatever the word is, to explain how great that event was.
Yeah.
Overstate? Is it overstate? Understate?
Understate. Yeah.
Understate. There you go. We're learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was such a well put together event. So much stuff for the kids to do. There was actual cultural stuff there in terms of the food and the music and just like I loved that you got the sword fighter out there as well. I did challenge her and she said no.
That's right. Yeah,
she said no. I was like,
I think it was to do with the insurance.
She probably didn't want to accidentally stab me. I mean, it grows back. I'll be fine. But she wanted to just not kill a man in front of her child.
It was the brainchild of Matthew Catlin. Who does martial arts and also the sword demonstrations as well. It
was a beautiful demonstration. I think the music went wrong at a certain point in it, which was a bit, but she and it went deadly silent. And she continued, and I didn't need the music after that. Her movements were so beautiful. What was her name? Can you remember?
No, I can't remember.
We should have talked about this beforehand.
Yeah, but it's she was invited by Matthew because Matthew said to me, "Would you like a sword demonstration?" And I said, "Yeah." Has she got her own public liability insurance? Because I would not be, as myself as being insured, I wouldn't be able to sort of like insure her because my insurance would just go through the roof.
Yeah,
she's got her own insurance. Yeah, no problem. We'll have an area for her where she can actually do it, so it's away from the public, so the public can actually stand away, and she can do a demonstration. You know what I mean? Which is fine.
Yeah.
And that's where it came from. All the Tai Chi, all the other bits of martial arts as well. That was partly done with Matthew and myself. Matthew gave me a list of who the people that he wanted.
Yeah.
And I said, mate, you're going to have 10-minute slots in that because otherwise we'll be there till midnight.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that, we fitted everybody in, including the singers and obviously dancers and the fundraising as well. We opened the events with singing the Ukrainian national anthem.
Yeah, that was good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then moving forward from there.
Yeah.
But I've done loads of events this year.
Yeah, no, I really, really appreciated that one, especially. That was the first one that I went to of any of my... So obviously I was primarily just fundraising.
Yeah.
And then I decided to get into kind of like activism, I guess, and start using my voice and to really become part of the community. And that was the first one that I came to.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, dead serious, man. It was so, in years to come, when I write my book and I say, what was the first thing that I done? It was Frankie Prazer's event. That's what it was. Because
thank you for that.
And it was such a good thing to come to and see because I wasn't aware of that much community-led events that people were putting on. And you opened my eyes to that. And as time's gone on, I've got to see even more and more. Like East Fest was brilliant as well. You and Mike Pence sorting that out. You guys, and obviously the rest of the team.
That was another brainchild of a Polish guy who done Polonia a couple of years ago, but because of the pandemic, nothing could happen. It was originally meant to be done in 2019, but because of the pandemic, it didn't happen. I kept in touch with all the artists as well.
Yeah.
One or two dropped out, but not a problem. But then, you know, when it came to 2022, last year, sorry, I said, right, Sebastian, let's do this. Let's get it over and done with, you know what I mean? I'll manage it all the way through up to the day, and you can look after it on the day. And that, because I looked after everything right up from 2019, right up to the event and that, you know.
Yeah.
Right up through to the payments, to the advertising, you know, making sure that their names were correct, that are going to be put on the actual timesheets, everything, you know. So yeah, it was mine and Sebastian's to oversee. I saw stuff with him, staging, the music and all that lot. So that was my part.
Yeah.
That, you know, I mean, it was a long thing. I was glad to get it over and done with finally after 3 years of trying to put this together. And it was, like I say,
it was a massive success, man. I really enjoyed it. It was such a good day. Like, obviously, I think I came twice during that day.
Yeah,
because I was I had other fundraising things on and stuff. But the bits that I got to see were just brilliant, and the music was great.
Yeah, all just the different
the food music, as well. Oh man, you really set up so nicely in that St George's Square. I mean, anybody that hasn't been to one of Frankie's events, seriously, man, like when he puts something on, he really puts so much effort. And obviously, it's not just one man. I mean, Frankie is a big part of it, but you know, the whole team, what they do, and how they get things moving, and then how they look after the event on the actual day as well.
Yeah,
that is so stressful. I've got to see, like, when I see you before, you're cool. You're cool. You got a coffee. You're sound, man. You're chatting to people. You're quite happy. Exactly. And then it kicks off. I literally see you, like in the pinball machine, man. You're just bang, 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 going all over the place.
Yeah, well, you've got to make sure.
Crazy.
Not only do you have to make sure that the crowd is okay, you've got to make sure that your stall holders are happy.
Yeah.
You know, if there's anything we can actually do for them, like promote them on the stage, you know, to compare and all that lot, to say, listen, can you make sure that you do the sponsors, who's actually here today? And you know, my friend who was there at East Fest to compare, Robert, he went round to the stalls and that to find out.
He was very good. I really liked him.
What he was doing there. Now, me and Robert work on another project, which is normally in January, which is a Polish project. And that happens every year, but that's in Redditch, not in Luton.
Oh, okay.
But although the Polish charity event is normally happening in Luton, but this year it's not, because I did it last year.
Okay.
And it was successful. Same at St Mary's Church and at Church Hall. Very successful on that, you know. But this year, I thought, well, let's give it to somebody else. I didn't want to have any more pressure on top of me, as well as doing the Ukrainian event, East Fest, and Dudley events and Redditch events.
Yeah, of course, because you're all over the place, aren't you, when it comes to this sort of stuff?
Exactly. So, I mean, Ukrainian event, really well. They loved the fundraising. They loved what we did for them. And it was just one part of the community that I actually work with. I work with all the communities, and there's no other person who actually works with any other communities apart from their own. And I find that to say, well, why not? Why don't you work with, say, like the African community, the African or Caribbean community, the Irish community, the Polish community, Ukrainian community. You know, you've got the Romanian community as well, and all that. Nobody else actually does that.
I mean, we spoke a little bit about it before the podcast, and it's just something that I think, like, getting to know you has definitely helped me in formulating my ideas of how to make this town a great place. Because that's ultimately, I think, what the goal is here. It's because I think we both believe in Luton, right? And we both want Luton to be a great place. And I think that what my understanding is, I've definitely learned a lot of it from you and watching you. But it's about involving everybody. It's like there's no, like, you know, you might have an event on for one group of people, but then for you, this is why you're a brilliant guy, because once you do that, you probably sit there and think, oh, but what about this other community?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? You probably start
that's
thinking, like, how can I involve another
Yeah.
group into this? So
Exactly,
they're not being disincluded. We get everybody in on the same boat.
Because if you say, like, in 2009, when Love Music Hate Racism started in Luton, which was a big project, which was done by the Socialist Worker Party, UAF, United Against Fashion. They came together to do Love Music Hate Racism, to bring communities together, to stand together in peace and harmony, you know, and to enjoy music together, to show solidarity that, you know, we're just one part, you know, there is unity in the community. When you've had the likes of him who should not be named, causing rubbish in the town. And I thought, you know what, this is a multicultural town. It has been a multicultural town since Vauxhall was here. I mean, these people need to understand that they need to look up their history. These people were invited to actually come and work in these factories and foundries and everywhere else, and that, you know, to make Luton a better place. And that it's grown since from then. Okay, they were saying about one culture or one religion, you know, taking over and all that. That's not going to happen. You know, everybody, it's all the cultures together. And they said, no, we just want to live together in peace and harmony. That's all we wanted to do. So that, you know, then we had the council come on board. They were interested with the Love Music Hate Racism. In 2009, we put on a festival in part of a summer festival. It's only like a whole day. And we brought the Polish community in together with them. We brought the African community, we brought the Irish community, we brought the English, we brought the Jamaicans, the Guyanans, all to come together, all in one place.
That's lovely. Man.
That was the first time when that, and we even had Esther Ransom come as well, because she wanted to be a part of it as well. You know?
Wow! And
it was the first event in Luton, and we turned heads because the head office in London of LMHR were looking to say, okay, let's see what they can do. Well, it was the first event that we have actually done. You know, it was the first event I'd actually done properly, and I don't have no qualifications in events. I learnt from watching everybody else. And then taking that experience and improving it and making it to run smoothly, working with people that I trusted. And I still work with them today. And you know, I'll say to them, look, can you come and work for me? They'll tell me a price and say, yeah, no problem. That's fine. It's the fact of, since 2009, that was a successful event. I think our headliner at the time was Winston Reedy. And it was Prince Malachi, you know, who previously was called Gemini. And he used to go to a youth centre just up in the town centre, and that. So it was bringing all the communities together in one place at that time. And we brought, you know, there was the whole of the St George's Square was packed with stalls, market stalls, with people. There was you know, a beer tent, well, not a beer tent, a beer stand and everything else. And that. So much so they ran out of beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they ran out of beer and that. You know what I mean? In 2009, it was Luton Culture who asked us to come back next year. You know, the head of Luton Culture said, "We want you back next year."
Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no problem. That, you know, and then we took Love Music Hate Racism out to the all the community events.
Right, let's get this going again. Okay, we figured out the problem. We figured it out, and now we've got unlimited time. We don't have to wrap it up in a super short time.
We can check it in
I'm so sorry, mate. I'm so sorry. Do you forgive me?
Of course, yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. I really appreciate it. Okay,
it's all part of learning how, you know, how to do a podcast.
Yeah, and do you know what? I feel like I'm going to show all of the bits where I've gone wrong, just so that then people can, number one, have a laugh at how flipping stupid I am. Yeah. But number two, they can see that it doesn't matter how much you fail, keep trying, keep trying, doesn't matter. But anyways,
make sure you've got a big memory card.
That's what I'm doing next. I'm going to buy an SD card so I can start storing more stuff. Because that's what the problem was.
You've not got an SD card?
No, that's why every time I film a podcast, I upload it and then I have to delete it.
Yeah, okay. So
I've got none of my podcasts on my phone.
I'll see if I've got a 1 terabyte. You can do as much as you like.
There you go. That's how Frankie's sponsoring the podcast. He's giving me a 1 terabyte. You're funny, man. Thank you. So what we was talking about was I wanted to get to know you a bit better.
Okay.
I don't think the idea that I said is recorded, so we'll keep that private now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
We'll keep that private, and then me and you are going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because there's something coming, kids. Something coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, something big.
Oh, yeah. So...
Patty, get ready.
Yes, oh my God, let's get Patty in.
Yeah.
Oh, genius, you're genius. I love you so much. Right, anyways, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to get my head around who you are and why you do all the great charitable things and all the great communal things that you do, and why it is that you're so obsessed with them. Like, I want to know who you are, as in where you've come from, like, and what it was that inspired you. I want to know. I want to know all this stuff. So first off, let's start. You're from Luton and you grew up in Hockwell Ring. So let's start from
there. I grew up in Hockwell Ring right up to the age of 10. Lived in the high-rise flats. Aquav Court, and then 1982 we moved to Marsh Farm. I was only 10 years old at the time. But then I was still at Lee Grave Junior School at the time, so I was walking from Marsh Farm to Lee Grave Junior every day for one sort of like term, 2 terms, sorry. And then from there, when I left Lee Grave, I was chosen to actually go to Chorney. And I said I wasn't going to go to Chorney because I didn't like the uniform. I don't like green. And I said, sorry, Mum, I'm not. And my house is only like 200 meters away from Lee Manor. And I said, why should I trek all the way to Chorney? You know, I think it was because I was in Hockwell Ring. They said, right, you can go to Chorney. But then I said, no, I'm not going there. I don't want to go there
because of the green.
Because of the green. I'm sorry, but I just don't like the colour green.
That is such a funny reason to make yourself do an insane trek to school every day.
You know what I mean? It's like, and it was too far. You know, I'm not walking. You know, at the age of 11. So you know, there's no way. So I went to Lee Manor. You know, all the way through the years. Had a good time there. Got racially bullied, but you know, that's another thing as well. But it made me the person who I am today. You know, I mean, to overcome the adversity of all the racial discrimination and all that lot. You know, and they say to me, you know, this is one thing I actually say to somebody that who's actually racist, and it's not controversial whatsoever. They say to me, "Oh, go home using here," and I'll just say, "What? You go on holiday, don't you? Yeah. Where do you go? You go abroad, okay? You go over there, you sit on the beach, you go brown, the same colour as me. You're just jealous because I've got a suntan better than you." That's all they say. You know, and they just look at it. I guess just remember where all those clothes come from. They don't come from here. They come from all these different countries. You're wearing them.
A lot of the culture that you involve yourself with. You know, we're sitting in a pub right now. With God knows how many different screensaver or anything on here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, people, we're rolling again. As you know, I'm bloody useless, so the phone turned off. This is why I have to check it, because there's always bloody problems. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we was talking about in 2009. Right. So would you like to pick up where you try and recollect?
Let's rewind. So we're saying that we ran out of beer in 2009. 2010, they asked us to come back. Luton Cultures asked us to come back as part of their summer festival project. We had a whole day with that. Our main headliner at the time was Clint Eastwood and General Saint. We also, this is something we also did a music video.
with
different cultures, from different cultures, actually going into Greenbank Studios, which is up in Hightown, in Hightown, and Doogie. And thank you for that. Basically, we actually did a video of Stop That Train. And at the time, there was another group. I'm trying to think what their name is now. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
But we did a video with a band, and we brought in all the cultures that are actually going to be performing that day on at the Love Music Hate Racism event.
Yeah.
They all came in. They done a little bit of a clip of them singing.
Yeah.
And Stuart, who was part of this actual other group, and that, I feel really bad because I don't. You know what I mean? I really, really feel.
Do you know what? To be fair, this has completely thrown us because we've just had this conversation. We've just had this conversation, and it's just been bloody deleted, man. So I'm so sorry, viewers, because Frankie is
Shabby Tinkers. That's it.
Shabby Tinkers. There
Shabby
you go.
Tinkers. They were a reggae ska band.
That's a great name.
Yeah,
I love
Shabby
that.
Tinkers, and that, you know.
Yeah.
And basically, we went into Doogie's studio, did some recording of all these different artists actually singing on the actual track. We did the video, and on the day when Clint Eastwood, General Saint were actually performing, the video was actually up on the stage, up on a big screen, and we actually had that song sung as well. So even 2010 was very, very busy. We had all the different stalls again over there. But that was really successful. 2011, that went on as well. We went out to the communities again. Big up to Mr. Bob Baker.
Yes, Mr. Bob Baker. I love you, Bob.
Yeah. And obviously, I was working with Bob and UK Unsigned, the likes of at that time, who came through UK Unsigned, Kato Mulia, Leona Lewis, and that were one of the two that actually went through. And then me and Bob, we came to the Love Luton Festival 2012, and myself and a few other people actually did schedule. There was 10 stages over 3 days, and that, so with over about 300 artists, and that, so it's managing, trying to get them all those different.
And I've seen you at some events, and you're crazy at something like that. It must be insane.
Well, the council at the time basically wanted me to change the format of how the actual timings and everything were going to be done. First of all, it was Word. They said, no, can you do it in PDF? Yeah, done in PDF. Oh, can you do it in Excel? Yeah, I'll do it in Excel. And I said, guys, come on, man. You know what I mean? Which one do you want it in? I'm not here to waste time doing it. You know, I spent all these hours and I want paying for it. You know? Which I did get paid for it anyway. But it is the fact that on the day when it first opened, it was pouring down with rain. And the outdoor stage in St George's Square, there was no cover for it. So everybody who was actually on that stage got cancelled. I had to call them up to say, sorry, you can't perform. You're going to have to go and perform wherever. But then, you know, the stages I was looking after, Levi Roots, the Mela, BBC Introducing, the main stage as well, including the timings as well, making sure that the times run smoothly, and making sure that the artists were going to be there on time. If they weren't, then they would be calling me saying, where's this artist?
Exactly.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Well, I'd call them up and all that lot. But the Love Luton Festival's really, really good. It was one of my biggest festivals I've actually done.
I mean, man, you should be really proud of it. You should really, really be proud of it. Like, I've loved all the events that I've been to of yours, and you know, without repeating too much. Well, I'm not sure if I'm repeating myself anymore, actually.
During that time when the Love Luton Festival was on, I was actually running a Polish bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was actually running a Polish bar. It was a suggestion from myself that the enterprise in Luton, who's run by a pub in town, they actually, the managers, and they're funny. One of the Luton girls over there was a manager at the pub that I took over. And
well, one of the first team ladies.
Possibly, at the time. This was only this was in 2012, and that. You know, so, and basically, the pub had closed down, I approached the people who had the exchange. That's it, Stuart Curry.
Oh yeah.
And I said, look, I want to turn it into a Polish bar. He said, are you sure? I said, yeah. And I had a Polish lady come in, and that, you know, got a license, everything else, and that. So we said, okay, we're going to turn this into a Polish pub. What do you reckon? She goes, oh, I don't know. I guess I'll oversee it. Not a problem, because I used to run bars up in the West Midlands at the time. I said, I'll oversee it. You know, if you have any problems, just let me know. And you know what? It was during time of the Euros, and it was really, really successful.
Oh, that's good.
No trouble whatsoever.
That's good.
That pub was packed. As soon as they heard it was turning into a Polish bar, they would come, you know.
And you're going to get not just Polish people coming in, because everybody knows how the Polish like to go on, so it's going to be a good time. So more people are going to come.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Then it was, you know, there was the English people who were already going in there. And we had people from other pubs going, oh, let's have a look to see what it's like, and that, you know what I mean. Yeah. And we were giving them shots, you know, come and have a shot with us, and that, you know, people from all over used to come over. Oh, we heard it's a Polish bar. Yeah, there you go, have a shot. Oh, wow, cool. You know, they'd be going out staggering.
Yeah.
Literally staggering.
But no fights, no trouble, no.
No, I only had problem twice, and
that's good, and, man. That's really good.
You know, it was only a Polish bar for 2 years, but it was really successful. Yeah. We had a football team, we had a pool team.
Oh, that's so good, man.
It was even a community hub for like a Polish job centre.
Oh, no way.
And we had children from Poland.
So what happened to it then?
Basically, there was somebody who was opening up a Polish restaurant, and I actually helped them to open it in Chapel Street, which is called Gospoda. Yes,
I know about that. Yeah. Looks good, man. Looks good.
So he said, I'm opening it. I goes, great. You know, like I said, he goes, do you mind if I, you know, take the stuff? I goes, look, it's fine. You want to turn it into that? That's fine. I can take it back into an English pub or whatever, and that's fine. Or we can have two. You know, you do your parties in the evening time, whatever. You do your meals and all that lot. We'll send them down there. Not a problem. And we had that good partnership, because once I closed, then they'll go down to there.
Yeah, that's quite a good idea.
You know what I mean? So it was something that we wouldn't really sort of like write anything anyway. We just say, look, we've come from, you know, the enterprise, and that, and they'll go in, all that lot. But it was really successful. And like I say, only trouble was Polish and Polish. That was it. Yeah. But it was nothing bad whatsoever. People loved it. The Polish people loved it, saying to me, why, as an Asian person, opening this up for us? I guess, well, it's like a community hub. You've got nowhere else to go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Rather than sort of like standing on street corners or sitting in you know, causing trouble.
Is there anything like that anymore?
What, a Polish bar?
Yeah, like
there's little cafes and...
No, but there's not really a bar, is there?
There isn't a bar as such, but...
I know there's Gospoda, like Romanian places like Ladoi, Kozia, I think on Guildford Street.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that place looks crazy.
Yeah,
that place looks crazy. I've walked past. I've never been in.
Yeah.
But I've
been in there. I've been in there and tasted their food.
Is it really good? Yeah. I'll have to go in actually. This is a thing I've not. And here to make sure that this bloody records. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last time, right? Technical errors have flooded this podcast today, and I'm very sorry that this has happened. Yeah. Frankie has been speaking beautifully, and what we're going to do, we're going to put a pin in it today, because we talked for flipping ages, and we've only got about 20 minutes of food. Actually, it's probably about half an hour, maybe 40, to be fair. But anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for coming on, Frankie.
No worries,
and this has been really good chat. And I know we've missed loads of it.
That's fine.
Due to the poor technical problems that I've been facing constantly. But what we're going to do is we're going to get you back on, and we're going to do some more stuff again in the future. And also, we have got something very, very tasty to share with people. But we're going to do that in the future. We'll
Hence
talk about
the word tasty.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Hence the word tasty. Thank you for allowing me to actually come onto your podcast. It's the first time I've actually done it in quite a few years. Yeah. You know, make sure you tune into Luton Deadpool. Go onto the YouTube channel, Luton Deadpool.
Oh, and give your socials.
Yeah, you can find me on Frankie Prazer, or you can go on to Community Events Music Management on Facebook, or on Twitter, and then you'll see what we're actually doing over there. Projects all over the country at the moment, so we'll see what happens.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Frankie, and see you soon. Love you, Luton. Bye.